See, there's a wet corner in this field here that we've kind of stayed out of, you know. Even in it just as far as she could until she started to kind of make a mess, and then he pulled out of it again. It's funny, whenever you're going down the hill, the tanker doesn't empty at all. That's why he aims her up the hill again then, whenever she starts to splutter. I don't know if you can see her there or not, but he's pointed her up the hill now to get her emptied, and then we'll make sure you get a full load. Like if you're going to the bother of putting out a tanker load, you want to make sure to empty her. That last time I was standing up on this here gate pillar to record, and I didn't make it up in time to put on the pipe for him. Such a bit of shouting. You'll get fired if you don't do your job. I was sort of wandering out to see if he got stuck, if he needed a tow or whatever, but he's out of the wet part now, so I'll show you these wee boys while I'm here. So these are 5 wee Belgian blue heifers, and we're feeding them in buckets again, just out of the milk, whatever's left of the milk cows. I think there's 2 milking still, a Jersey and another Friesian, and then there's another 2 Friesians that are just, there's calves on them. But they whenever Dad sold a batch of bullocks or heifers, he decided that, well, we needed something coming on again. So I mean, if you're milking the cows anyway to stop them getting fell and mastitis or whatever, you might as well. So that's them, and then there's another 2 wee black boys. I'll show you them now. This is our 2 wee, these are out of the, well, you can probably tell that's out of the Friesian and that's out of the Jersey. Two wee black Aberdeen Anguses. They're the nice wee boys. I've never seen anything like them for going through straw though. Dad does it more than me, but I'm fed up bedding them, and I've only done it about once every couple of weeks. Hello, baby. Price of straw is crazy this weather as well, so we're gonna try and get them trained on drinking out of the trough, and then that's why you can't even see them now. And we'll try and get them moved on to the slotted house and over there. A wee bit bigger. Good babies. Right, so that's that away, and you can see she's maybe you can't see. It's about 2.5, 2 foot from the top, from the bottom of the slat even, which it was probably, I don't remember. I think it was about a foot from the top, about 10 inches or a foot from the top. So he's got about a foot and a half out of it, And this is our very sophisticated counting system of how many loads we've taken out. So you can see there's 8. So 8 loads, foot and a half, and he's nearly covered that one big field at the front of the farm. It's gonna be slow going. This is a problem. The good big tank, you know, you've the slats out here, and then you've the feeding barrier here. We put down this here black stock board. You've probably seen it before anyway, but it's like 3 or 4 mil, really tough plastic. We put it down, and then the silage doesn't go into the tank. You can give them meal or whatever on it. It's real handy cleaned and all. But yeah, having the tank out, like, it's the same size as these other 2 sheds. This is 3 sheds put together. It's the same size, but the tank's out further than the feeding. You know, it's nearly twice the size of the tank, which is a mighty job. But then whenever it's full, it's a slow procedure to empty it. And the slurry's thick too, so the tanker's taking all day to fill. And we don't really want to put in water because then you've more to put out. We're just putting out as much as we can because it's given rain. Maybe not tomorrow, but the next day, I think. So I guess put out slurry when you can, just sort of thing, before the ban kicks in. I'm actually just at the side of the house, so that's where we're putting out there. And this is just on top of the duckle. I wanted to zoom in to see just how much you'd fit a see. That's her. You can see you come down the, oh, it's very sensitive. You can see you kind of come down the field there, and then she started getting mucky and wet, so we pulled her up out of it. But she's not making a wild mess, but she's just what you'd know. It's just wet. There's a really good zoom in this, but it goes kind of blurry and it's very hard to hold still. It's nice to see a wee bog, so it needs to tow out. See the way he's left that stripe, that green stripe at the top of the field, up there. That's up the back of the ditch. It's a bit drier than everywhere else, so you can drive her up that if you ever get really beat, and then you'll slurry at the very last load. Because if you slurry it first, it's going to leave it slippy on him, you know. Look how deep the sky is, how deep blue it is. Class. I was just thinking there, actually, the stones on the bench saw. That's our method of keeping count of how many load we put out. So when I was younger, me and Dad used to do it. The milk cow's tank always filled up, just coming up to Christmas. And Dad's argument was always, you know, oh, we'll put 10 load out of the cow's tank into this one, or into the one down the lane, or one of these others. Hey, we'll put 10 load in, or else you'll be doing it on Christmas morning, and you'll get no presents from Santa. but what he used to do is, every time we got him away from the stones, I'd be slipping another couple up. And he always copped on, you know. He always caught me. Right, I think this video is a right length now, so I'll leave her at that. And that's that field done. That's the last load in that field now too. So, and it's gonna be dinner time, so we'll see what we're doing after dinner time. See if I do another video on Surrey, or if I move on. I've got a couple of good ideas coming up. Like, I don't know if anyone's bought any of the Parkside stuff out a little, but I'm a fan. So I've bought an electric chainsaw and a petrol one. Just wee branch chainsaws, you know, and I was trying them out last night. Well, I tried out the battery one. I haven't tried the petrol one. I didn't have any two-stroke mixed up, and I got playing with the electric one, and that was it. So, right, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.